YouTube, there is no firearms in this video.
Welcome back to the Low-Key Airgunner YouTube channel. In this episode I will talk about Beeman P17 maintenance, something I should have done before, maybe, most likely. I got this little pistol from Airgun source a few years ago and I've been procrastinating to lube it since. They do tell you how to do that in the manual and that kind of scared me from doing it. I told myself that I didn't need to. To keep it short, in there they do mention to lube it every 5,000 or 6,000 shots, so I was not too scared to be even close to that, but they also mention to oil/grease it every 8 or 12 months, and it has been a lot more than this, and mine was pretty dry. On the box they claim 410 FPS with .77 lead pellets. I did get a bit more than that with RWS hobbies and very close to this with Craftsman pointed 7.4 grains before and my Caldwell chronograph. I used my P17 to test the chronograph after getting errors with the Vigilante, and it seemed to have lost quite a few FPS, like more than 30. So let's see if greasing it will fix it. If not, just know that you need to do that before yours starts to have problems. Fun fact, before testing my P17, I tried with the 1377 and it also needed a pump cup, so this is why I was confused and used this one that also had issues. So get a chronograph. Seals are not too expensive and it will help you to keep your airguns in good conditions. But that's enough rambling. Let's move to the chronograph test without grease, and then we will grease it together and see if it will fix it. If it doesn't mean that you don't need to do it. Alright, so for this test I will be using the AC5000 chronograph sent by Robert. For the baseline I will be using Craftsman pointed 7.4 grains and RWS hobby 7 grains. As you can see, my P17 was pretty dry and it did lose a lot of velocity by the look of it. Around 40 FPS with the pointed 7.4 grains. Let's see with the hobbies. Those used to go almost 415 FPS, I believe. The last chronograph sheet with those says 406, so this is what we are going to aim for. Hopefully a bit of white lithium grease will fix it and I don't have a bad seal. By the way, I recommend that you do that before you get bad seals because this definitively can cause it. A seal rubbing on dry metal will get worn out way quicker than a nicely lubed seal, so take that for what it is. Make sure to clean up the old grease very well before applying new one because that's kind of the point of not having some bad stuff into your seals. This is the grease that I will be using. It is white lithium grease like they tell you to use. This is the Permatex brand found at Canadian Tire, just so you know, and if you're Canadian. You really don't want to use much of it. Only one drop should be more than enough. I suggest that you use some kind of paintbrush to brush it off because it is really hard not to put too much. Quick note, if you close the piston a little bit, you will have a better access under it so you can clean and lube it. They also tell you to lube the hinge point with moly. I don't know if that's grease or that's some powder, but I don't have it right now. I don't really want to do that. I'm far from 5,000 or 6,000 shots. It is well over 12 months though, so I don't really know if I shall do that or not. I don't think it is needed right now. I closed it without putting a pellet in there and I don't believe you can open that afterwards. So yeah, I need to dry fire it. I will be using Craftsman 7.4 grains to compare. Doesn't look like the grease will fix it. According to my last chronograph data, it used to average 394 with those. I don't know. Let's try the RWS anyways. Pretty consistent, but still not shooting at the velocities that it should. Let me put a bit more of that because it did feel a bit more
bumpy the first time that I did, and I've neglected it for a long time. We'll try that again and see if that was the issue or if I have a bad seal. It should be doing around 400 with those and around 415, 410 with those, so nope. I gave it a brand new coat, wiped it down because it was dirty, and now we will see if it helps at least on the first shot, and that's not the barrel. That's with the Crossmans. That's about where we were at, I believe. That's not it. This seal is not looking the best, but I don't think it is really the issue. I don't know. By the way, keep an eye on this pin on your sights because mine was about to get away and you kind of don't want that. I'm not too sure of how you can test the breech seal fit on those, but I mean, I can't see. I don't know. That was slower than before. So it is not fixed. So I guess if you want to lube it, maybe do that before messing up your seals inside, but we will fix it together in a future video, I guess. This will be about it for today. I guess we will have to get this apart together if you guys watch this video enough for me to want to edit that, and we will fix it and it will work just as new. When I got it from Airgun source, and it was working very good, so it is a bit my fault if it is kind of broken now. It is still working fine, but not as good as it's used to. Anyways, thanks for watching, subscribe for more, and I will see y'all in the next one. It has been more than 12 months.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.